So happy last day of Women's Month. Stay tuned as we do an outro to the series. All right, welcome back to another episode of March. Oh, yeah, I wasn't watching it anyways. But so April's going to be just a preview of the next season for next month. April, we are going to be focusing on natural hair care. So natural hair care Mythbusters. I can't wait to do that series with y'all. And then also, please put options in the comments of what type of series you guys would like me to do. I'm all ears. I'm all open. But we're going to basically be doing an outro today. I'm going to do 4 points, 5 minutes each. We're just going to speak about pretty much, it's more like a review. What did y'all learn in Claire Hair class? And don't forget to show love to my shorts channel, Claire Hair Clips. So, going at number 4. Now, this is the Hygiene Olympics. This one, I can say, I did not particularly have a video for it. I just kind of want to sneak it in a little bit, but the Hygiene Olympics must be stopped. So you're going to say, what is the Hygiene Olympics? I'm so glad you asked. So the Hygiene Olympics is when women sit there and pretend that they are the cleanest girl at the party, right? And I can tell you this, when it comes to hygiene, that is between you and the Lord, all right? Everybody can sit there and say the square root of it is competition for men. It's more of like, oh, well, I'm clean. I'm cleaner than this. And I make sure, let's do a round of applause for the press. Let's go in the middle of the summer, in the middle of spring. But, oh, well, I do this and I do that. Well, I'm clean. I do this. I was like, listen, when it comes to hygiene, just wash. You don't gotta tell us. You don't gotta tell us. Just wash. That's it. That'll do it. That's fine. You don't need to tell us and sit there and say, oh, well, I do this and do that. Like, that's fine as long as you're washing. I want the girl code, definitely for sure, to also include, I don't know if I said in my last episode, I want the girl code to show understanding. You never know what a person's going through. I'll say my own thing, right? So there's a video that I made on TikTok that had a lot of views and my hair was matted, and I remember I purposely went to sleep without a scarf on and with my afro like that so I can show people how to basically bring their hair back to life. And a lot of people in the comments, which I had a lot of people defending me. I was surprised. Okay. They're saying, oh my goodness, why would you not do your hair for that long? And I can't believe, why'd you do that? Why'd you do your hair for that long? And I just cannot believe that you would not, I'm sorry. Why this TV? Why would you not do your hair for that long? How could you ignore your hygiene? And the reason why it's frustrating to me is the fact that, I'm sorry, it's not working. The reason why it's frustrating to me is the fact that you never know. During that time when that happened with my hair, I was going through one of the most stressful times of my life. Like one of my parents, anyways. I just want you to know, always be kind. You don't know what somebody's going through, okay? So when it comes to doing hygienic Olympics, everybody could be on the internet lying. They could be on the internet lying, for pick-me-ism, but I just want, just at the root of it, if you don't learn anything from this video, I just need everybody to be kind to each other, okay? So the next one is going to be the dating trends. So dating trends for women, like, I've just always felt as though men and women in this area have always been mismatched. I feel like whenever people say, oh, it's because there's more men, because there's more women, I was like, honestly, if I'm doing the math and statistics correctly, I feel like there's honestly more men in the world than women, in my opinion. But I feel like we're pretty equally matched for who can match with whom. And the reason why we're mismatched is not numerically backed. It's the fact that men and women view things completely different when it comes to love, when it comes to romance. And I feel like the status of wife has superseded everything. The status of achieving wifedom, is that a word? The status of achieving the wife status has superseded anything we could possibly think of, to the point where we have people buying their wedding dresses. No offense, from Love Is Blind. Pre-buying their wedding dresses, men saying, oh, well, the next person I marry is the next person I come in contact with to is going to be my wife. It's superseding what the point is, and that is truly finding your person, truly finding your person, truly finding your person, truly being able to make a connection with somebody that, if in life's hardships, you have somebody you can count on, and it makes me sad because of the fact that there's so much of this, like, I called it like carrot almost dangling like a watch. If you do this, I will make you wife. But they're making you run through hoops. But they don't really intend on wifing you or anybody else. They just know that they have the power of society. They have the power of court opinion, and they also have time on their hands, and they also have, I would say, breed? I don't like that word. They also have breeding advantage, So if a man is 45 and he's like, okay, I'm just going to grab some 27-year-old and have 17 kids with them, that he can, compared to a woman who they can do it too. Like I'm like, my heart is so warm at seeing so many women who are 40 plus having healthy babies, multiple babies at that. But I just I behoove you for the dating market. There's so much phishing. Basically, when you go across multiple dating websites and they're not serious on either of the websites, they're just fishing. They're trying to see who want to buy. They just want to make sure their hook is still hooking people in, but they plan on throwing every fish back into the sea. That's why I call it fishing. Almost like a spam that they would do, that IT would have a crazy firewall to block. But just the dating trends, I can see how men and women have fallen off in love, and because I know it's Women's Month, but just a little Cliff's Notes. For men, I feel y'all too. There's a lot of women out here, they're just dating you for a free date. So imagine you drop $200 on a date and she's like, thank you, and then posts on TikTok and she's like, I don't really like this man. That's still $200 and inflation, so I feel like the competition of who can be the worst, we all losing, so definitely the dating side as well is just that we both have to do better. But with women, like, we just do fall victimhood to loving love, and these men just want something to do, just want some type of contact. So the next one is we need to have matriarchal, is that a word? We need to have matriarchal repair. So we talked about this too the first week of just a lot of matriarchs have the spirit of dissension. I'm so glad you asked. Spirit of dissension is when, it's a sin, by the way. Spirit of dissension is someone who loves causing discourse in order to make sure that they're the center of it. How many times you had a grandma? No offense. But how many times have you had it where a grandma in the family or a mom in the family has purposely have their own personal feelings supersede the program? Like, they're basically like, well, I don't like this person because they're stealing my attention, or I don't like this person because this person's a good chef, I don't like this person because they're new, and they end up turning the whole family against this person. Or someone who wants to triangulate you and your siblings, or they have a favorite grandchild. I'm just letting you know what I've seen, and I do not like what I see. But on that same regard, this is all the matriarch bad, we the rest of the family good. I just feel like there's some times where, even with my own mom, that I'm just like, she'll try so hard to rest, but also cook for the 5 of us. I was like, listen, like, you are put in a blessed situation where you have 5 crazy successful children, and there's no reason for you to have to go and have it where you feel as though you need to provide a meal for us. We're all grown. If we're hungry, if we're hungry, we're going to go and we're going to make a meal. You don't have to worry about, oh, this so-and-so's not going to get a meal. You are perfectly fine. Okay. You are perfectly fine. And there's just something so scary about the fact that they feel like they can never rest. And I can see why holding on to the reins. So perfect example, the next example is that with them holding, as we continue the matriarchal repairs, is that there's no real rest for matriarchs because they've kept their cards so close to their heart that there's not really a rest for them. There's not really a time where they can sit there and kick up their feet and say, hey, I've had this time to think about this. So now, there hasn't really been a resting time for them. So I think as well, that's something that's something to be desired, but also something to really think about. Are we truly giving our matriarchs rest? And are we truly giving our matriarchs rest? Are we truly giving them their accolades, their tins? Like something simple as it'll be a Tuesday. Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna take you out for lunch. Every time on Thanksgiving you throw a zone. Something like that. Just to sit there and think about them, or hey, how are you doing today? Not what you can do for the family. Not where you can come to them and say, oh, thank you for doing that. All right, bye. Actually truly giving them their tens, truly being grateful, coming in with a grateful heart to them. I feel like that would change, in my opinion, I feel like that would change the game completely. That would be a complete 180, not 360. That would be a complete 180 for them. So it is a little bit scary about the fact that, as a baby boomers, we don't know a lot of their recipes, and I don't want to wait too long to get them, and I really want to repair that relationship because there's a lot of animosity within the community right now. And I get it, some of these matriarchs do have a spirit of dissension where they cause discord and people do not want to be involved with it, but they are our elders. Coming in the last point is friendship importance. I really want to speak real quick. I really want to take my breath and really want to take my time with this. When it comes to friendship importance, women don't care about friendship. Okay? The problem is the importance of friendship is never really taught. It's never really taught. It's never really emphasized. There's been so many times where I've been in friendships where I feel like I'm just a placeholder till her man start acting right. I'm just a placeholder till her man start making money. I'm just her placeholder until her other friends start stepping up. I'm just her placeholder just to give her attention, and people need to understand when it comes to friendship, women do not value friendship. Okay, that's why whenever I'll put my whole being into truly making sure that the friendship is on point, to truly making sure the friendship's on point, and then also truly making sure that I'm being my best self. I'm pushing them to be their best self. They're pushing me to be my best self. So there's just so many times where I've seen people just take friendship lightly, but then when it comes to a man, it's a completely different type. I can't tell you how many times that you mess up one time and somebody just breaks the whole friendship off, which I can put my hand up. I've never had anybody break a friendship up with me. I've always had to cut the cord. I've never had that, and I don't know what that means, but I've never had it. I can't sit there and tell you, maybe fade away, but cut the friendship. I've never had somebody do that to me. I've always had to cut it because I'm not gonna love you, support you, but I can't have you. You're not gonna be able to make it in this season with me. But I just want people to make friendship important. I want you to know at the end of the day, women do live longer, but I just feel like just overall being wise, having a fulfilling friendship, that will supersede any relationship you really have. Not trying to be mean, but it really will, because with friendship, it's just kind of there's more reciprocity there. Not saying with your partner it's not reciprocity, but women, we have a tendency that we're in a relationship, 10 times out of 10, the man is benefiting. Yes, women, we get money, get her done, nails, everything did, but with friendship is more, there's more reciprocal there. You know, like your friend's not counting on you to make the social calendar. Your friend's not counting on you to do A, B, and C, you know? So that's why I said when it comes to friendships, I just, especially the friend groups that I have, like the friend groups that I have now, like, I don't know, there's certain things that happened last year, and I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have my peoples behind me, you know? At least they're there to give a helping smile or friend or a hug or whatever, but I just want friendship. I want people to truly value their friendships and try again. I know there's a lot of people who have a lot of bad friendship breakups, which me personally, like, I've had some terrible ones. I've had some, I'm just making it final. We was never really friends in the first place. But, like, to me, friendships hurts way more to me than a relationship hurt, because of the fact that I know that you're sacrificing our friendship for another man. Okay, I don't know. But don't forget to subscribe, share. Happy Claire hair.